Yo, what is going on, guys? And welcome to day three of NFL free agency. It is Wednesday, newly year started today at 4 o'clock, and there's been some pretty good moves in the free agent market today, and we are gonna go over them as we are back today. 365 analytics yet again. A third day streak of a video upload. This might be my longest streak. I'm not that consistent with my uploads and trying to get more consistent. Here we are, day three in a row. But I like to just say I appreciate some of the support I've been getting lately. I've been upping subscribers a little bit lately, and we're just trying to grow slowly. And I just want to share my knowledge with like the NFL community and share opinions, takes, and just everything about sports and the NFL, NBA, basketball, football. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And we're gonna get right into it. We're gonna talk about the signings that happened yesterday, last night, and today. So one that happened after I uploaded last night. Joey Bosa to the Buffalo Bills. I thought he was going to be a San Francisco 49er. I thought he was going to go team up with Nick Bosa, create the Bosa tandem on the edges for the Niners, but he opts to go to the Buffalo Bills 1 year, $12.6 million. I believe there's incentives in there too. The Bills are crushing it this offseason. I'm a big fan of what the Bills are doing. Michael Hoyt's over there now. Josh Palmer's a good player. He's over there now. A little bit overpaid in my opinion, but he's over there. They're just killing it. I'm a big fan of what they're doing this season. I mean, this off season. So, yeah, good move for the Bills. Was officially released today by the Los Angeles Rams. Obviously, a Los Angeles Rams legend. 2021 Super Bowl breaks my heart as a Bengals fan, but outstanding year by him that year. Triple Crown winner. Him and Matthew Stafford broke records. A Super Bowl MVP under his belt in a game where he absolutely cooked Eli Apple to tap off the great season. Some suitors, I believe, for him. New England, I think, would be a good spot. Team up with Drake May, give Drake May a number one veteran wide receiver. The Dallas Cowboys could be a good spot. I see that they need a number two wide receiver to complement CeeDee Lamb. Stephon Diggs could be another good option there. Um, who else? I mean, I could see Denver being a good option to pair with Cortland Sutton. There's a lot of suitors for him. There's a lot of suitors, and there's a lot of good options for him. But yeah, Rams release Cooper Cup. Official. Javon Hargrave is a Minnesota Viking new league year. He was officially released today. And shortly after that, he agreed to a deal with the Minnesota Vikings to pair up with Jonathan Allen and Harrison Phillips in that defensive tackle room. So very good get for the Minnesota Vikings. Big fan of him. He had a great year with the Philadelphia Eagles a few years ago. Has dealt with some injuries since then. Last year missed most of the season, but he is primed for a comeback and slam dunk signing by the Minnesota Vikings. Officially official. Darius Slay is a Pittsburgh Steelers. Same thing with him. New league year was officially released. I'm a big fan of this signing. I think a lot more teams in on him for the price he was paid. I believe it was $10 million from Pittsburgh. Very good signing. He goes in there as a veteran presence, still a very rock solid player in my eyes. Can still play some damn good football, and big fan of this for the Steelers. Evan Ingram off to the Denver Broncos, took a visit with the Broncos, took a visit with the Chargers, two AFC West teams. He opted going with the Denver Broncos. Slam dunk. I'm a big fan of this. Walks into Sean Payton's offense, immediately becomes technically the number two wide receiver. Evan Ingram has had some concerns with his hands in the past, especially when he was with New York. But since he went to Jacksonville, he's turned into a glorified receiver. He's a very good receiving throw when healthy. Does deal with some injuries, but in my opinion, he's immediately technically the number two receiver aside of Cortland Sutton. I think it puts up a good pairing. Cortland Sutton at wide receiver one, Evan Ingram at tight end one. You still have Marvin Mims there. You still have the Davon Vele, who's ascending into be a decent player. And who knows, they could still bring in more wide receivers, a guy like Keenan Allen, Stephon Diggs, something like that. So I like this and good signing for the Broncos. DeMarcus Lawrence, the longtime Dallas Cowboy. And I cannot imagine this guy in another uniform. This is a weird one for me. DeMarcus Lawrence is headed to the Seattle Seahawks. Obviously, I wouldn't say Dallas Cowboys legend, but a rock solid edge rusher for the Dallas Cowboys for years. He signs a 3 year, $42 million deal with $18 million guaranteed. 3 years? Listen, I like the signing for Seattle. Veteran presence on the edge. Draymond Jones was released. This guy teams up with Uchenna Nwosu and Boye Mafe and Derek Hall in the Seattle defensive edge room to try to add some juice to that pass rush. I like the signing. I do. But a 3-year deal, that's where I'm a little bit iffy. I would have gave him a 1 year if I'm the general manager of a team, but obviously I'm not a general manager. So 3-year deal, DeMarcus Lawrence, Seattle Seahawks, good pickup. Bringing in AJ Dillon to complement Saquon Barkley in the running back room and Quadzilla, as they like to call him. And the Eagles running back room might have the biggest quads in the entire National Football League's history. These do I like the signing. It complements Saquon Barkley well. A pure power back that you can bring in at the one. And I'd be interested to see if they use him in the tush push. Like I'd be interested. Like I think it's usually Saquon's behind him, and then Grant Calcaterra I think's usually behind him. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see if they bring in AJ Dillon in there instead of Calcaterra now, dude. Those dudes pushing Hurts would be absolutely insane. But yeah, good signing. The Jets released longtime linebacker C.J. Mosley, the former Baltimore Raven for years, and he's been a Jet for probably 5, 6 years now. Veteran presence, he's obviously above 30 now, but I think he'd be a slam dunk signing for a lot of teams that need a linebacker. In my opinion, my Cincinnati Bengals, be a really good landing spot. If we opt to move on from Jermaine Pratt, I'd love to bring in a guy like this. Total veteran, can be your Mike, can is a quarterback of a defense, very, very smart player. In my opinion, he's probably gonna go back to Baltimore. It just seems like a John Harbaugh, Eric DeCosta thing to bring a guy back like this, but I don't know. Let's see what's next for him. He's in his 30s, so potentially could retire, but who knows? We had a few trades today for the Dallas Cowboys. They traded for Kyer Elam, the former Buffalo Bills first round pick, a guy I was a big fan of in draft time. I wanted him to be a Bengal real bad. The cornerback out of Florida just has not panned out in the NFL. Has had some really, really bad moments with the Bills. They decided to move on. It was just like a fifth, I think a fifth and a seventh went to Buffalo, while Kyer Elam and a sixth went to Dallas. Jerry Jones bringing a guy like that in. They also brought in Kenneth Murray from the Tennessee Titans, the former first round linebacker of the Chargers. And they are just picking up former first rounders left and right. I think they brought in Peyton Turner this this offseason, the former first round pick, defensive end of the Saints. Just a lot of first rounders that haven't panned out going to the Dallas Cowboys this offseason. But yeah, few Dallas Cowboys trades today. Yeah. Rico Dowdle to finish it off is a Carolina Panther. Miles Sanders was recently released by them, and they bring in Rico Dowdle, who was an 1,000-yard runner this past season, to complement Chuba Hubbard and Bryce Young in the Carolina Panthers backfield. Bryce Young is a new shiny running back duo. Interesting signing because he's a running back too. Technically, I think they will still have to start Chuba, but Dallas, I was kind of surprised Dallas didn't want him back. They opted for Javonte Williams. That's the guy they wanted. And Javonte Williams has not really been the great guy that he was his rookie year before the ACL. I think it was an ACL tear, an Achilles tear, something like that. But Rico Dowdle, Chuba Hubbard, new Panthers running backfield, and it'll be interesting to watch. I like the signing for them. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Day 3 of free agency. New league year has kicked off. If anything big happens, I will be back tomorrow, but I don't anticipate making a video tomorrow. But that's gonna do it for this video. If you guys did enjoy, please like, subscribe, all that. That would all be greatly appreciated. And I'll see y'all next time.